time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here we go. 50 set. 60 out low. 55. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Zoom. Fresno.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 9. Watch twist.
They'll run again with Love on first down. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Good job, D. Good job.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54. Down to lose 1. Alert flare.
2nd down, Haskins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. On first down, here's Love. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Okay, ready. Watch it,
On 2nd down, Love. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On the double. Wahoo. Great stone. Bravo. Here we go.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Left side complete. That's Love. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Check, Mike 42. Check, Mike, check, Mike. Hey, check 24, check 24.
They'll run on first down. It's Love, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
42, whip. Watch the whip.
On second down, it's Love. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Hey, Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Wild Bill. Check 24, check 24. Echo. Check.
Now Haskins to throw it. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Alert 3.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's see what you got. Watch the 50. Turn up. Kill. Greystone, travel. Shit. Back.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Jahan, 180, 300. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Kill, kill, kill.
A first down throw for Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jahan, 180. Quaker Omaha. Shit. All right, now here we go. Check.
On the ground, it's Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
180. Zebra.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Too little, Cap.
Mike 51.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 12-yard line. Cousins on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love. 76 yards, and the Redskins have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the edge. Hey, Ringo, 48. Check three.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check 55, come on. Black. It's our time. It's our time. Check safety. Mike 55. And let's pin the mirrors back.
First down. Here's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ryan Anderson. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Watch the slant. Check 13. Check 13. Check 50. Check. Go.
On first down, Love. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Lucky. Check it.
This is Love. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Mike 42. You must be dreaming. Mike 42.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
25, check 25, check 25. Watch twist, watch twist.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Vikings 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Rush in. Rush 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet.
Throwing on second down. Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Short. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
On third down, Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
55.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
24, Vikings 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Give me some.
On first and 10, Cousins.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He's coming. He's coming. Double up. Check, 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 check.
Gun.
Mike 55.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
44 yards on the play. First down, Vikings.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Matchbox lights.
36.
Now Cook. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Get ready.
First and goal, Minnesota.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On play action, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Barely got the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Slam. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
From the gun, down. Here's Cousins. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Right there
in the middle, 55. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Leave it. Bring up 48.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Now Cook running right. Muscles him off. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He's brought down at the 42. It's now second and 6.
They run it again with Cook. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Jahan, 180.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know.
Breaker Omaha.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Gun.
Wide motion.
Hey, yo.
55's my guy. 55. Stop, yo.
What's that?
Third and short yardage. Cousins. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kirk Cousins. He's still down on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's checking.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
SOS. Showing it. Undercrunch. Put up.
On the carry, it's Love. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Come on, set. 18 gator. 2 6. Squeeze, double.
On play action, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Love. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On the draw, this is Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
Got it. Sam, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch switch. Any weapon. Hayward.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Watch it. Screen. 18.
Here's Haskins. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Mike 54.
Haskins will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr. there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
We go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Ready.
Now Mannion with his first toss since coming in. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Intended for Rashard Higgins. It's now 2nd and 10.
Let's go
So
now.
after the incompletion on
60
first, now
50
second and
Blue
10.
Dog Porkers.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
31. Vikings 21.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mannion. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Delta.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Record. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist.
Now.
Throwing is Mannion. And Diggs has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Recon, 132, 5.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 40-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
6-6, pull it high.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now.
Motion, reset.
Let's go, get it.
They'll run for it. Cook. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Haskins. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You ain't got nothing.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, this is Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. 3rd down. Here's Haskins, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Keep playing at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it.
Mannion's pass complete to Irv Smith. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Look at me. Door.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mannion. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Ryan Anderson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base.
Mike 5-4.
Come on.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready? 42, right. Mike 42, check. Mike 42. In your face.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Before Mike. Hey, let's get this. 22, jet, cover. 22. Let it go.
Here's Love. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Love again. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. On 3rd down, here's Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Tonight's final.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side.